just jumped up. He wasn't. She was leading
Yes.
there. John, I'm sorry to interrupt. We have an update on the outstanding vote in Georgia. If you want to bring Georgia and Gwinnett County, Victor Blackwell's at the Gwinnett County Election Center in the Atlanta suburb of Lawrenceville. Victor, what are you hearing about the vote count there?
Well, Jake, I have the supervisor of elections for Gwinnett County with me now, Zach Manifold. Thank you for a few minutes here. We've been told that there is a large tranche of votes that's soon going to be reported. How many and how soon?
Yeah, we're just working with the state to go over it. We have uploaded it to the state, so they're just going through it, and it should be up here in a few minutes. So, yeah, about 320,000 advance and in person and absentee by mail. They're coming.
Okay, so 323,000, and when you say minutes, we're talking 5, 10 minutes?
I don't know. It's with the state, so they'll review it and then they'll tell us when to push those results.
And can you simplify what in the adjudication process held up these votes for hours?
Yeah, it was just the images loading slow. I'm not sure what caused that to happen. It usually isn't that slow. It was just literally kind of excruciatingly slow. But like I said, we got it resolved and moving forward and getting out those results.
This is also a problem that happened in 2020, though, was it not?
I don't know. I was not here in 2020, so I'm not sure. I know they had issues similar, but I'm not sure.
So this has now been resolved. We should not expect this to be a problem with adjudicating ballots moving forward?
No, you shouldn't see this with the election day. And we actually do have all 156 precincts, the locations, their memory cards are in the office now. So we've got everybody back. They're actually going to start running those memory cards now.
And so after those 323, it should move pretty quickly?
Yeah. We're expecting it to pick up.
Right. Zach Manifold, Supervisor of Elections here in Gwinnett County. I'll turn it back to you, Jake.
Thanks, Victor. Let's get more on Georgia from Sarah Murray, who's at the Fulton County Elections Hub outside Atlanta. Sarah, what are you hearing about the outstanding votes there?
Well, Jake, for all the flack that Fulton County gets for how it runs its elections, things have been going very smoothly and very steadily here tonight. They've had these memory cards coming in. They're uploading the day of election vote, and they're hoping in Fulton County to be able to upload all of their day of voting by 11 p.m. Now, there is another large county where things are going a little bit slower, kind of like Gwinnett, DeKalb County. I spoke to them a little bit ago. They said they don't have a number of what their overall election day count was, and they're not sure how long it's going to take for them to get through it. They're just chugging through it little by little. Now, in Cobb County, another large county here in Georgia, they said they still had less than 1,000 absentee mail-in ballots that they had to get through, and they also had about 85,000 votes. That was their day of votes that they were turning to. They, too, are hoping to be done by 11 p.m. The last county I talked to is Clayton County. They were also working through their day of voting. They had hoped to have it done by 10 p.m. It looks like they're missing that deadline a little bit, but they were definitely saying they only had a handful of precincts left, about 13 precincts when I talked to them about a half an hour ago, that they were still trying to upload the day of voting for. So things seem to be going pretty smoothly. And behind me, you get a little bit of a sense of the process. This is where the memory cards came through. They just brought them through. They checked them in here with a police officer.
You all have joined us. Before we begin to close down, there's a couple of things that I want to leave you all with. As we are moving into the battleground stage, you can see it is a slog, it is a fight. North Carolina is still hanging on, with Mecklenburg and Wake County pulling out higher numbers than expected. Also, on the other end, in the Red County, Fayetteville area, pulling out more votes, outperformance than expected. Georgia is still hanging on. You can expect to see the rest of the votes in the count coming for Georgia probably into the next day. So this is clearly not going to be, or certainly for our battleground states, clearly not going to be wrapped up. We can expect Georgia and North Carolina to linger for a couple of days. Pennsylvania is still out. We have not heard from the West Coast here. West Coast are traditionally blue states. We can expect big electoral numbers to come from California, Washington, Oregon. Your battleground states to look for: Michigan. There's got to be a hold on the blue wall. The blue wall cannot fall, no matter what. And we need to see some action in North Carolina and Georgia should there be any crack in the blue wall. Finally, I want us to think that this is going to be a long haul for the evening. And even though we will not be with you until, hours in the morning, let you know that this is a part of the American process, the electoral process, and we all hope to wake up to good news. And for now, I'm going to hand it to our host, Mr. John Frazier.
All right, everybody. What a wonderful close to what we have tried to present here, which is a watch party for the community on politics, and in particular on this very charged political night of the presidential and certain senatorial elections. We hope you have enjoyed the commentary as well as joining us here at Hayti for the togetherness that we've shared in this very stressful, I'm sure, process. And so in closing, we want to say we hope you have exercised your right as a United States citizen to vote, that you have voted with not just your conscience, but with your brain, not your mind, but you have voted with your brain and your heart. And we wish you the best and whatever outcome happens to be, because in the end, we all are rooting for the United States of America. Good night and good luck.